Australia, Minjee Lee.
For Karen, this one of the most informed players in the game, the winner of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship a little earlier in the season, a few weeks ago, and a three-time major winner. Nobody in the field this week has more major victories than Minjee Lee.
No, and it's been mightily impressive. I mean, we've always known what a great ball striker she is. Now with the longer putter in the bag, she looks very much a complete player. And to win in Frisco with a golf course was incredibly difficult. I mean, that was such a feat. But this one, oh, it's close to the bunker.
3 poor shots from the final 3 ball.
Back at the first, Minjee Lee, favourite starting the day. Third shot.
Off a pretty flat lie from down short, so she can almost sweep this a touch. Question is always the rollout to this back left hole location. Plays down 29, and it's actually steeper than you think when you stand back on that tee. So 132, all factored in as a touch of breeze into their face at the moment. We know that you can use the ridge to access this whole location today, so you don't really need to challenge that 132 number. Play a handful short, let the green do the work for you on that right hand side.
Birdie.
Who will like the look of this. The question she and Mikey are trying to work out is how far right is it? It will move to her left, without doubt. But you almost really need to use the right half of the cup here. Let gravity help you out on the way down. Don't underread this, which would be very easy to do. It's a good cup and a half outside that edge, if not maybe even more. Might give it 2 or 3.
Oh boy, that looked good. And it's just occurred to me, I mean, she could have quite a significant lead if she had got off to a better start in that second round.
Yeah, she dropped, what, 5 shots in the first 6 holes. 10 under par since then.
Back on the third tee, Minjee Lee.
With lots of movement down that left-hand side. They're a boisterous crowd. I like to see it. I think this will be Minjee's 7-wood. She's got a high lofted 3-wood, but I think that would almost be too much. Really only thinking about the 230. If she does hit 3, she'll go further down that left-hand side with a nice little draw. And that is pure. And it was the 7-wood.
Well, Minjee Lee, 3 ball now, have a free green to aim at.
They do, yeah, quickly cleared. Up ahead, Minjee has the best lie of the 3, all 3 sitting well enough. It's 134 from back where she's standing, which I think 3/4 of this is probably pitching wedge. At the moment, wind, if anything, we know from the previous hole you can't feel it, but if there's anything up there, it will push it from right to left. Hanging lie.
Be very much lie dependent on how easy that chip is.
Andrea Lee for a birdie at the 6th. Andrea, one of those 5 players tied for the lead after the...
Major of the year. Minjee Lee's 3rd on its way at the 3rd.
from a lie that was sitting down in the rough. That's actually not bad from that.
Now Minjee, second at 4.
From 160, has a great look at it. Trying to draw it in off that right-hand side.
She'll have one of the putts that we've seen up the hill to the hole, trying to get that speed right, which has fooled a few players today. Minjee Lee in the hunt for
Ruffles this a little double breaker.
speed has been key from this putt, and he just gives it a nudge too much. Gino knocked it further by than Minjee, but definitely not in for a par.
It's been a decent wait, let me tell you. I'm going to say good at least 6-7 minutes, if not more. Wind's changed about 3 times, as it so often does at 5, and over on 16 too. 174. Pin high left is the best. If you're in line with the flag, there's actually a little mini tee you have to navigate. Short of this whole location today. This is headed to the heart of the green. Well struck.
This just a moment ago. Minjee Lee down the hill at 5. We talk about the winners we've had here in Evian. They've all been players who have either achieved or been big name.
The win probability that is brought to you by the KPMG Performance Insights had Gino at the beginning of the day 28.5% and Minjee at 16.2%, which surprised me considering the way that Minjee played at the KPMG Women's PGA.
I think what that tells you is that Gino is just such a consistently good player, and her results are consistent this year. Whereas Minjee's just found a rich vein of form more recently, whereas Gino's been consistent across the whole of
At the 6th, this is Minjee Lee, 1 back. A second straight sensational Saturday in the major championship for Minjee has been
Here, Minjee Lee. I was going to say about Luke, he had a bottle of wine ready to pour the glass when the wind was coming, but she was so far clear with so many. I mean, I think he might have dabbled a little earlier than the final putt going in.
There's nothing harder than watching. Watching as a parent, as a coach, as somebody.
It's too high.
Yeah, you might even say the same about Gino Titigan as well.
And Minjee Lee.
Who won't make eagle, but will make birdie here to get alongside Era Jatanagarn at 11 under par. Looking to go back-to-back, hasn't played since she won that KPMG Women's PGA a few weeks ago to make it major number 3. First birdie of the round.
It has been there for the taking. 2 eagles today.
Final group at the 8th, and Minjee Lee now just 1 shot back. And a chance to tie it.
I'm trying to think of the last time that a walker has left the.
Minjee Lee now to tie the lead. She's won a major from behind. She's won a couple from in front. And don't be fooled. On that Sunday, she had a 70-footer on the 13th hole to stay in front. And 2-putted brilliantly and never looked back from there.
Still just behind them is Minjee Lee. 9th tee now for the Australian.
It was so interesting. She was very open about earlier this week how much the U.S. Open last year really hurt her. And it's amazing the way that she's been able to bounce back and, of course, get back in the winner's circle in a major championship just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she's
able to accept any prize money. You know that. But you know that in the future, you hopefully will.
Yeah, I think she'll be all right, as you were in your career as well. It's the par 5 ninth. Minjee Lee's had to lay up in 2 here.
Yeah, trying to use that backstop there. Lovely shot.
Well, at the moment, you'd say what was a par 4 to make the cut on the mark, her first major championship. This for Minjee Lee to join her at 12 under.
Make birdie the hard way. That was important for her. 9th hole is there for the taking. Look at those 2 par 5s on 7 and 9 to convert. And she's just, we say she's treading water, but she's right there. And just been a tough hole. Always is.
There is no more steely competitor in major championship golf than this woman, Minjee Lee, former #1 ranked amateur. Not yet ascended to #1 in the Rolex rankings, but back up to 6th after the victory at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. And after her second birdie of the day, she's 1 back, making the turn on the tee here at 10.
Yeah, and a different story from how the U.S. Open hurt her motivation. She said that she feels like she now has a different fire in her belly after winning the major championship a couple weeks ago, KPMG Women's PGA Championship. And it's just amazing what that little bit of confidence can do. I was watching her warm up on the putting green today. She just looks so relaxed. And, you know, you look at this leaderboard, she is the proven champion on this leaderboard. And
Minjee Lee, this to tie the lead.
Just a little bit of break to her right. It'll be quick. She would have gotten a good visual of the speed from Gabby's chip. This hole just fools players. No matter how many times you've played here. Minjee's played here a bunch. It never breaks as much as you think towards the front of the green because of the lake effect.
Played here and played well here, champion here, but she'll have that for par to stay 12 under.
Her rising to the occasion here.
Is very much one of the danger women over this closing stretch, Minjee Lee.
Right is the caddy. Back to 11.
Where Minjee Lee does have a putt here to take her alongside Gino Titicun at the top of the leaderboard. They were the 2 names, weren't they, Morgan, at the start of the day that did stick out.
Especially Minjee. All the experience, proven major champion, proven champion here around this golf course, knows what it takes to get it done, playing with such, as opposed to playing tentative golf.
Not out of it. Certainly Minjee Lee isn't. This to tie the lead.
Think about when Minjee Lee won here. Grant and Jung and Lee 6 had a 5-shot lead that was gone by the time she made the turn.
Yeah.
And you know, Minjee with an exceptional Sunday round of golf to come from behind and win. High point on this green, and has been the toughest hole of the day.
Minjee Lee at 13.
Just try to hold the face open through the shot here to not turn it over too much. Only natural to be a little bit left with the rough and the ball so far above her feet.
Interesting. We're at 9, her closing hole, where she got plugged with a bunker shot, ended up back at her feet and in her footprint. A little bit wide with that one, Minjee Lee.
Direction.
Yeah, these former world #1 amateurs, of course, Minjee's been there, Gino's been there, Lottie's there right now. These will make you concentrate, these putts here at Evian. But nonchalantly done by Minjee Lee. Remains very much in touch.
I feel like there's certainly been a lot of focus on Lottie as well as Gino today.
Share of the lead. Minjee Lee one back.
And teeing it up at the par 3 14th.
Leaning like she doesn't like it.
She will now.
Not sure what's not to like about that one. That's a perfect spot. Long right, as I said earlier, is the place to be here. It's hard to get it there. It's hard to trust yourself to hit it there. From the second she teed it up, she should have been thinking about winning.
And that is the way she thinks. Minjee Lee has this to tie the lead. But a couple of par 5s to come from Minjee. And this is nothing. She's only 1 back at the moment. She was 7 back and made history. Tied the all-time LPGA major record for the biggest Sunday comeback when she won here in 2021. Seven.
Back on the tee. Minjee Lee.
This leaking up the right here needs a good bounce. Doesn't get it, but shouldn't have any tree trouble there. Chase something up the fairway. Looks like she likes this, just chasing it up the right. Just quite a ways back.
Very uphill, naturally right back into the mountain. I've watched her track up the line. She sees this moving quite a way off the right.
Just even getting this inside the friendship circle would be a good effort. Gave that a lot of pace.
That won't be easy. I know it's not far from the hole, but that will test her. On a hole where you're thinking birdie, suddenly par not straightforward for Minjee Lee. She hasn't dropped a shot today yet. Lottie Woad is heading to the range along with Annie Giangrosso, the Director of Rules and Competition from the LPGA. Not doing an interview with us just yet. Waiting. And we'll head to 15. Crucial par putt for Minjee Lee.
Lining up left.
And stayed.
Which I didn't see that.
She did. She shouldn't. It's a bogey at the par 5. An unlikely setback from a player who won a major, her third just a couple of weeks ago.
That was quite an unforced error there. Yeah.
She'll love being in the hunt, Morgan.
I've talked to Richie Smith, her coach. This looks like a pull. It'll be okay, though. That's left of her target.
Wow. Have to bounce back in a big way.
But yeah, Richie was telling me about how that long putter has really freed her up, given her a new sense of freedom, a new sense of motivation.
About pace. A lot of them for Minjee from this range have been today.
As she said yesterday after her round, that she felt like she'd been struggling with the pace on the greens, just not rolling out as much as she'd thought. And then on the last hole, of course, gave it some extra up that hill.
Which she'd love to be able to do here, just to take a touch more of that breakout. I do believe this will fall a touch right, if any direction at all. But she can delete some of that with a really nice, firm stroke.
Not to be for the most recent major champ and the winner here in 2021. But still a chance.
I feel like she backed up a little bit on that putt. Excuse me, there have been 2 bogeys today on 18, but you just wouldn't expect it from Gino Titakun.
You wouldn't. This is back on the tee. She's birdied that 18th, by the way, every day so far, Gino. Ali Whittaker watching this group. Just update us on the others.
I believe it's just crept into the rough. The other two on the fairway. Minjee's
out of the left rough, Minjee Lee.
Really heavy lie.
A lot of good here, though. They're going to come back. Yeah, going to settle down at the bottom. Just can't, again, an example, you can't miss the fairway. It's really nature and attitude. I mean, think about the times that she's spoken coming down the stretch to Karen Stopples, doing walk and talks, trying to win events. It's she's just got that relaxed attitude.
Minjee Lee needs a chip in. Not going to get it. Yeah, Gino says the key to her success is to be herself and not take things too seriously. Not put the pressure.
And we're back at the 17th.
For par for Minjee Lee. And the chances of a fourth major, her second at Evian, coming in the next minutes have shortened massively now. But it's still been another excellent week for the Australian. It's all about what Gino Titakun.
All three of these players for the respective tours on which they play. You got Minjee for Eagle. She was bidding for a fourth major championship, which would be the most among active players. A handful have three. This would have been her fourth. And gets that to finally drop. After so many went begging. Never seen someone so disappointed with an eagle that she knew what could have been. But Minjee's back in a big way, and it's great to see.